Take a deep breath. Could you hear me? Oh, it's like 65 degrees out. I just had to move a bunch of junk. I still need to get my big Allis-Chalmers out. I want to mow with it instead of a push mower because there's sticks in my yard. But it's Sunday. I'm not doing anything excruciating, painful, or overworking or nothing. 3/16 inch steel plate, about 6 by 6 inches. I use this on my bench. Yep, it's 6 by 6. We're going to sand the edges. We're not going to take the corners off because we might use it for measuring something. We might use it like to square up something. I use this to work on stuff when I want to sand something flat. It's not perfectly flat. And the other side's still got the mill scale. Well, it's a better side. We beat this side up by pounding on stuff. There's small divots and things in it. So we're going to go over and do the edges. Then we're going to take our buffing wheels, etc., in the drill. We'll show you each step that we go. We're going to clean and polish this so we can use this for fine work. And this time we'll put some oil or something on it. So stay tuned if you're interested. I know it's a simple project, but it's what to do in the shop. That's what I'm going to probably title it, What to Do in the Shop. Clean up a piece of steel plate. So stay tuned if you're interested. Okay, we sanded the edges. We had to flip it because it's 6 inch. The thing's 6. You can't slide it over where it kicks up in the air. You don't want to do that. It is not perfect. It wasn't perfect when it was cut. I mean, I did quite a bit of work to make this exactly square. It was for a project or something that was never used. There, it's good enough. Because we'll remove, there will be no knife edge on there because I want to get rid of that. Just slightly. Like I said, we want to keep this square. We might want to use it to measure something. We might want to put it in something like a square to weld something together. So it's a working piece. It's for using just like a tool. So on to whatever we're going to use to clean this off. Okay. Means we destroyed this scrubby wheel. We chunked it off. We did show that. I don't know if it's in frame there. I can move over, but we got carried away in the bicycle. This is what we've been doing. We went around the edge. We've been kind of doing it in a circle. You know, we're not going back and forth like this. We're kind of going around in a circle because I don't think we're going to take any flatness out of it. Not with that. But see that? That is really hard to get that stuff off. We may just have to give up on this side. Can you see it? That mill scale, that black, I mean, that stuff is hard to get off. We don't want to take a big 36 grit on the 4.5 inch grinder up because then it will never be flat. It will be so nasty looking you won't get it back. So I did a lot of work to make this. I probably did some hand sanding. I wanted this when it was not rusted. It was nice. You could tell it was nice at one time. So quit blowing out the camera and get back to work. Okay, here's your tip of the day. Worth your price of admission. This is just a 60 grit sanding disc. You can't read it, but that's what's all across here. See it? Okay. This is a 220 sanding belt. We'll tell you about it here in a second. That was done over here. See that? We also went over top of the 60 grit right down here in the corner. So we're not going to go with the 60. Okay, here's the deal. These are 6 feet long, 72 inches. Okay, I got these for approximately $3 a piece. They're 72 inches. Okay, that's 6 feet. You can't get a better sandpaper than this. They're for the big sanding machines. You can tell, look at that. We're going to chop this up little bitty pieces. For the money, it lasts longer than sandpaper. You take some sandpaper, and I've got some stuff here that has not been too bad. It came from the internet somewhere. It's not too bad for a little knife project, but this stuff is the same thing I'm using on my belt sander. It might not be the same company. It could be, could not be. Cloth back like emery paper. Let's see if I can tear it. By golly. He-Man. You'll dull your knife. Check that out. So in a pinch, well, I'll take an old pair of scissors though, but in a pinch, and just think you make long strips, it will do that once, just for a little bit. Let's see if I can do it. Nope, because it's a sanding belt. The same may make Harbor Freight 4-inch wide, whatever, 3 foot. You can't tear it lengthways because that's the strength. But you get some nice little chunks off it, and you can cut it though. We'll prove it to you. We shouldn't use these expensive dollar type store scissors. You see that? Years ago, you could hand polish the crankshaft in your car on your lawnmower. So, see all the different uses for that? That is worth your price of admission. Step right up. For sale. I'll ship it to you pre-cut. Just kidding. I will tell you, I got it from Grizzly where I got my machine. I seen that and I was like, wow, those look like they're on sale. Those are pretty cheap for 2 of them for $7 or something. So, there you go. We're going to come back after polishing away with that. We might use a little penetrating oil just to get some of the rust out. But I doubt it's going to take the mill scale off back here. We don't know. We will see. Stay tuned. Too long a video of me just goofing off in the shop. John Deere tractor sitting out there all covered up. See it? I got to get the Alice out of the shed. I only plowed with that twice last winter. Winter. I've got a problem with that word. Did anybody ever catch it? Winter, winter, winter. Winter time. Okay, back to work. No more comedy. You're not that funny. Okay, don't know how good this is showing up, but this is sanding in this direction only. And this stuff will wear down. It'll take a beating. I mean, you can tell the difference between this piece I've been using and a new one. Because I would say the faster you go, the less this will work. Because I've been putting a lot of muscle on it. And if I had a sanding block, something heavy, I'd use it. So this is this way, this direction. This is going back this way. What is the best? If you really look at it, and you look at all the lines you have in it, see that? I'm going to go with going 2 different directions. Now you could go diagonally too, both ways. Cause you know this, I said this is not a granite surface plate. People know machining stuff know what I mean. That's perfectly flat within a tenth of a thousandth of a millionth of an inch. Well, just probably almost a millionth of. But it's going to be good enough if I have to sand on any part. But that said, this has some divots in it, like right in here. See where it's a little bit. But basically, it's flat. If you had like a lawnmower head or something, you want to flatten it. That's what this is used for. See, you got that choice. Go in the other direction. We're going to go with that, but we'll take a fresh piece. We'll do it a little bit more with this wore down one, then we'll take a fresh piece, go back the other way. So we may do this probably half a dozen times. It is tiring on the arms. I need a sanding block with some weight to be less effort. You'd be going like this instead of pushing down. So stay tuned for more sanding. Okay, you can tell a nice day. There's Harleys out, there's ATVs. There's no cop in this small town I live in, and they just up and down the street with golf carts and everything else. We're going to try one more step with something else, just for the fun of it. There's a fly in here. I was trying to kill a fly the other day, a big one. Yes, they're out already. There, quit blowing out the camera. You almost hear the camera make some funny noise in there. It's not a mirrored polish, but yeah, look how nasty that is. It said cheap gloves, and I ain't gonna complain because they were given to me in this time of need. The TP glove shortage of 2020. Man, like I said before, we're stocked up on toilet paper. I ordered some that took forever to get here. Well, now it's starting to get back in the stores again. There you go. You can tell I'm bored if I'm taking this long on a video, but oh well. It's Sunday. I might post it this evening. I think I will. So you know what I did today. It is, what's the date? I'll look up the date. If I post it this Sunday, you'll know this is the day I was working. It's going in the last few days there. I'll think of it before I come back next time, what the actual date is. Okay, we got some of our favorite lubricant spray. It has a paraffinized wax in it. That means it leaves the wax coating and will not rust. I put it on my tools. I used other stuff. W40 stuff had tools, Russ. We're going to wet sand it with this stuff. So when we're done, we already did up here a little bit. So when we're done, it'll leave a coat of oil. And I cannot tell you where this came from. You ever try writing on this stuff with an ink pen? Really don't want to get it on the desk. See these paper towels I found that tears into 4? Here. See that? What were they thinking? I can't tell you the name. I just got them because they're heavy duty. They're not quite like a blue shop rag. But they was on sale, dollar store. We got a few rolls because I'm always looking for rags for the shop. Here, let's get you up here a little bit. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, if you really want to polish the sandpaper, just use it wet. Because it's the slurry and everything that does the polishing. And I'll put this up somewhere. I'll see that it's stained. I won't use this for water or nothing, or soapy water. I'll use it when I want to use something with oil on it. And we use a dirty rag this time. It's just cheap napkin. I want to get oil all over our bench, even though it is a bench. So it's not a mirrored finish, but that's the lamp up there. You know, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to keep sanding with this for a while. Said the only reason we're doing this much by hand is because we're bored. I mean, we could have just sanded it off with the Orbit sander and cleaned it off and use it. But no, we want to make it nice and slick for, you know, we want to wet sand something on it, or, you know what I mean, level something. There's a word for it. Where you put like a sandpaper on there and then you take like I said, a part or head off a lawnmower. It's not surface grinding. That's done with a stone in the machine. There's a name for it. You probably already thought of it and you're yelling it at me. So stay tuned. And we'll come back when we're finally done. Okay, if the camera don't blow it out. This is a 600 silicon carbide. It's pretty good paper. This is as smooth as a piece of glass. I mean, like I said, when you get over here where the rust was, it's not perfectly flat. But what I need it for, and something real small, it's really nice in here. I don't have a metal straight edge, a small one. I lost it. It fell down somewhere I can't get to it. 6-inch machinist scale. Well, this is pretty straight on these calipers. And I've had it on there before. And I could put a light behind there, but no, it's straight enough for what I need to do any machining with. There might be a little bow down there in the middle. I don't really think so. I think I could be wrong. Let me tilt the thing here a little bit. No, I say that's not too bad for hand work, because I worked on this before. And I spent a lot of time on this at one time. I did a lot of hand sanding. I did whatever to grind that mill scale off, and then it took a lot of work because of the gouges. But yeah, I'd say that's good enough straight edge. I mean, even though they're cheap calipers. The dial's finally got to where it doesn't work. See where it's at? It's skipping. So I've had it apart twice. I'm not working on them again. You hear me complain about it every time you see them. I could sit and go like this and don't even care. See? I'll just show you how much I care about these, because I've got good ones. These are junk when I bought them. They're just for scribing and measuring. You know, I've slammed and tried to, I've had them apart. I've watched you guys' video where you wound a little spring inside. There's 2 little gears. And I did everything I could to save them. They're just so stripped and junky that you get one little bit of dirt like right there to catch. They came used, okay? So the teeth were gouged when I got them. I should have returned them. I just kept using them because I needed them. So now they're used for scribing on stuff. I can put them up to a ruler or something. So that's what you want. You want something like this. You want a junky. If you drop these on the floor, you know, I don't care. I'll show you. If you drop them, it's like something like the neighbor use, right? You drop them, you don't care. They're not my good ones. I've showed my really nice little 4-inch from Shars or some machinist website I bought store. They're really, really nice. I need to get that stuff out and use it someday. Here you go. Way too long a video. But, like I said, when you're bored, you're in lockdown. I'm usually stuck here a lot anyway, but not getting to go to the stores like I like to. That's what's taking its toll on me. I can wear a mask by going to the store, which I will. I'm not afraid to. Going to Harbor Freight. You might see one other person, but oh well. There you go. We're out of here. You're tired of seeing that reflecting in your eyes. I know you are. Thanks for watching.